This Airsoft GI TV episode is brought to you in part by G&G Armament and TSD Airsoft. Hello, and welcome back to Airsoft GI TV. My name is Tim, and this is just going to be a really quick tutorial about how to change the upper receiver on your G4. Okay, some of you may or may not know this, but the G4 is a very versatile gun. You can change the upper receiver with a new barrel and hop-up system, and you basically have a new gun. So what I'm going to use to demonstrate is this PWS Diablo. It's a very small, very great for CQB gun, shoots around 300 FPS or so. I'm going to be changing it for this upper receiver. Okay, this is a brand new G4 MRE upper receiver. It has a full 14.5 inch length barrel, and what I'm going to be doing is swapping the upper receivers and also the barrel and hop-up unit with this. This happens to be Mad Bull's new 6.01 millimeter hop-up unit, or 6.01 millimeter barrel, aluminum barrel, Systema full metal hop-up unit, and a Mad Bull blue bucking. Now, the key things that you need to know are the price and the FPS. Okay, that's what I want to focus on today, because this upper receiver is only $65, the barrel is only $45, the hop-up and bucking altogether are like another $50 or so. So for basically $160 to $170, you can buy this upper receiver, barrel, and hop-up unit, swap it onto your G4, and you have a completely new gun, as opposed to buying a brand new gun, which could cost about the same, but sometimes more than that. Okay, and it gives you this versatility. Now, the first thing you need to do is stick your barrel and hop-up unit into your new upper receiver. Make sure that's sitting nice and snug. You can set that aside. In order to change the upper receivers on your G4, you need to pop this front pin. Sometimes the front pins are easy to push out. This particular one is not, so I'm going to use a tool to punch it out, pry it open. Okay, once your pin is out, you need to make sure your dust cover is closed, because if your dust cover is open, this detent pin keeps the pin from falling all the way out, and you're not going to have an easy time pulling apart your receivers. Also, you're going to need to pull the charging handle back ever so slightly, because this latch needs to release the upper receiver right here. So I'm going to pull back. Once that's done, I make sure my dust cover is closed, and I'm going to pull my upper forward. There we go. And it comes apart just like this. The hop-up and barrel are already in here. Now, this is the blowback system on the G4s, okay, and the charging handle is attached to that. So I have my thumb firmly pressed onto the charging handle to make sure it doesn't fall off, and I'm just going to slide my upper receiver onto here like so. Alright, now everything should fit together nice and neat. I'll make sure my holes are lined up, and I can push my pin back in. There we go. I have a new upper receiver with a 14.5 inch barrel. Now, with regards to the FPS, the G4s feature a full-size M16 length cylinder, which is way too much volume for the PWS upper. So the PWS shoots about 300 FPS or so, even though the potential of the gearbox is a lot more. Since I've increased the volume of my barrel with this 14.5 inch barrel, in addition to having a longer length gun, I'm also going to have a harder shooting one, which is why I have my chronograph here. So let's put our Oakleys on, protect our eyes, and we'll chrono this bad boy. Remember, the PWS should shoot around 300 FPS or so. I'm betting that this gun is going to shoot a little bit harder. Alright, so it looks like we gained about 40 FPS or so by increasing our barrel length to the 14.5 inch barrel length from the PWS, which is exactly what we're looking for. Now obviously you would not want to perform this operation on the field. That's not something you'd want to do and expose yourself to getting hit like that. However, you do have breaks in between games and stuff like that if you need to reload. If you find that your upper receiver is not really working out for the G4, for the particular situation you're in, if you happen to have a different upper hop-up and barrel system, you can easily swap this out in less than 5 minutes. I'm Tim from Airsoft GI, and that's it for today's tutorial. Airsoft GI would like to take a moment and thank our sponsors, Echo One USA and ZShot.com, Systema's US-based distributor. The Airsoft GI TV episode you've just enjoyed is brought to you in part by JBU and Mad Bull Airsoft.